evening and welcome to News Geelong on the penultimate Friday in the month of August in our year of 2013. Tonight we feature a segment on Geelong's first directly elected mayor, Keith Fagg, who unfortunately resigned due to personal health matters and family considerations. Weather-wise, we look at Geelong and the Surf Coast forecast over the next 6 days, and from the world of sport, Alex Tigani covers AFL, VFL, local Geelong Football League, with one round of home and away matches to play tomorrow, and the Geelong and District Football League as it sets sail into another final series. Also the Geelong men's Seabull Supercats basketball and the finery of thoroughbred racing from the Geelong Synthetic with Well Done John. Some 10 months ago, Geelong voters elected our first directly elected mayor for the city of Greater Geelong. Now the Geelong voters are faced with another election to be completed by November 23 as a result of the unexpected resignation of Keith Fagg due to personal health reasons. News Geelong compiled this montage of Keith Fagg's time in the job and spoke with some of our other city leaders about the shock resignation.
Anyone who has met the former Mayor of Geelong, Keith Fagg, would know that his full intention was to give his all for the residents of Geelong, the community that he loves. Unfortunately, he has resigned after 10 months and we will be going back to the polls on the 23rd of November.
Meryl, I've been a Geelong person from all my life. I've worked outside for a few years, but really otherwise it's all been in Geelong. And I love Geelong, I love the people, I love the passion of the people here. And I feel that at this stage of my life that this opportunity that's coming for a direct elected mayor for the city of Greater Geelong is an appropriate thing for me. I'd like to contribute more to our community. I've always been active in community affairs in different ways, together with our business here in South Geelong and North Geelong. But I feel this is the next step for me and an opportunity for the people of Geelong to really take a step forward, both for our economy and our community in general. Firstly, I'm not political. I'm a political basis. I have no allegiance that way. I've been involved in the community in many different respects and I think have a good feel for the community. And certainly in the last 2 months or so, I've been more proactive in going around and finding out what the issues are affecting Geelong people, what their concerns are, what their hopes for the future are. And there are certainly many hopes. Geelong's a great place to live, as we all know, and it has many opportunities, but also some challenges we're facing right now. And I guess we're looking for the council and local government needs to give great leadership in these times.
The Chamber is still extremely optimistic about the future and still supports obviously the model of the directly elected mayor, and this is a casual vacancy which the legislation allows for. So the process from here on will be that there will be a by-election within 3 months and we will have a new directly elected mayor from that time. But no, the Chamber still is very much a supporter of the directly elected mayor model and can't see any reason to vary that.
Well, either way, I suppose the Chamber has always had a good working relationship with Council.
It has indeed. Chamber and Council work very closely together on many issues, particularly economic development issues. So we do have to work very, very closely with Council and work alongside them in their endeavours and things like Enterprise Geelong. The Chamber has certainly been very much involved in some of those discussions and are very supportive of Council in those initiatives.
Well, it was a limited tenure for the publicly elected mayor. You obviously still believe in the model, the principle of it. Would you like to see a different scheme of arrangements next time around?
I think, if anything, we would still advocate, as we did first time around, for a team-based model, so a mayor and deputy mayor with executive powers. It was always going to be a two-stage process anyway, that this time around we would have the directly elected mayor on their own, and next time around we would review the model and look at then bringing in a team-based model. So that would really be where we would like to see the process go, that we would look at the Melbourne model, which works very successfully in the city of Melbourne, where we do have a directly elected mayor, a deputy mayor as a team and with executive powers.
And just as a sort of an overview of the whole situation in the 10 months, do you think much was achieved with the publicly elected mayor?
Look, I think so, and I think for some, it really will come down to the people to really decide on that. But I think in terms of our directly elected Mayor, Keith Fagg, he certainly has a lot that he can mark on his check sheet as being achievements in his small tenure. So things like establishing Enterprise Geelong, for instance, was a major initiative, and that is now up and running. We have an executive director in Russell Walker, so we look forward to seeing that continue. I think Keith also has changed the tone, if you like, for Geelong. He has certainly been out and about, met with many politicians and ministers, prime ministers by two, and he's certainly gone out and I think advocated very strongly for Geelong. He's been a great ambassador for Geelong, and I think from that point of view he's really put Geelong further on the map and on the horizon for many of our politicians. So I think he's done a marvellous job as an advocate and really putting the case for Geelong.
And we're joined with the acting mayor, Bruce Harwood. Now, Bruce, of course, our publicly elected mayor, Keith Fagg, has been in the position for 10 months and now resigned. It is a sad thing for Geelong, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's very unexpected. But as I've said before, I've spoken to Keith about what's occurred. I respect his decision and his reasons, and it's business as usual for the city. A lot of work's been done in that period of time with Keith, obviously with the city plan, his work on the Central Geelong Task Force, with Enterprise Geelong. All these things will be a legacy of Keith that will remain for our term on council. So there's still plenty to do.
And we're hopeful about his health. Do you know much about that?
Look, I think his health is his priority, absolutely. But I think all things being equal, he'll be in pretty good shape in a short time.
Now, moving forward, of course, the decision now has been made about how we do elect our next mayor.
Yes, the state government's given guidance that we will go back to the systems of recent times. The community will elect the mayor to that position, and council has supported that position all the way. It is at a cost to the community, and that was obviously a topic of discussion. It is expensive, but we thought it was still in the best interest of the community to have that opportunity that they took up last time, and it was well received. And I think the general community would have expected to again have that opportunity or that right to choose their mayor. So we're more than supportive of that, and I guess we'll see what we get, what turns up in the next couple of weeks.
Now, do you think that residents are really understanding about what the role of mayor actually means?
Look, it's a difficult question to answer because it's hard to know how much engagement people take with council. But the role of the mayor, while we read a lot in the paper and through different media, I guess you don't ever see what's behind the scenes. And, council's a very robust organisation. There's a lot of views that go around the table and a lot of ideas and comments go into a melting pot. And, it can get very robust. But that's one of the healthy aspects of council, is that everybody gets to have their say and represent their wards, represent the interest groups that have influence. And you'd like to think that at the end of the day you get good decisions as a result that the community want and expect, and they have a good outcome. So
again, looking forward, nominations, when are they open?
You got me. Look, I think it's late October. And it's only I think it's around the 21st, 22nd of October. It's only for a week or so. Then they close. Then the actual election is a postal vote election, as we had last time, and the votes will be announced on the 23rd of November, is my understanding. So late October, short window for those who are interested to nominate, and then there's another period of time for the votes to go out, people to cast their vote and return their envelopes.
So are you interested in nominating?
Not really, no, I'm not. Look, I was very privileged to be mayor a little while ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed the role. I've been very fortunate to be deputy a few times at this point in time. But look, it's not on my list of things to do.
And is there any thoughts as to people that will be likely to nominate?
A good question. I don't know the answer, but I dare say, look, again, we had, I think it was 10 or so candidates around last time. I would expect a similar healthy number again. Probably some similar or same people who ran will probably consider running again. And I guess you'd like to think there'll be some other interests from other areas again to give that I guess diversity to the nominations, and I guess to give the community that opportunity to look broadly through a list of people who are going to express that interest. But I wish anybody all the best who run, because it's a very exposing thing to do, to completely open yourself up to the community, public debates and public questioning, the media wanting to know all about you. It's a very exposing position to be in, so I don't envy those who may choose to go down that path.
All right, well, we thank you for your time and all the best in your acting role.
Thank you, and obviously the council again, it extends all its best wishes to Keith. We really enjoyed him on council.
From City Hall, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Keith Fagg, for your continued commitment to Geelong, and to Noel Fanning for the fine piece of editing to put that story together. This is News Geelong. As we go to a break, watch out for your favourite News Geelong segment on YouTube each week, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, keeping up with the latest. We will return shortly.